I thought I gave myself plenty of time, but subways and shit.
Subway, eat fresh.
I mean, you're on
No,
time.
not that subway.
So
Tell them they didn't make your
Um,
sandwich faster.
No, like the train I meant.
Yeah, Subway.
yeah, Subway.
Oh, all right, okay.
Haven't they been doing like a big overhaul project of the subway too, or something like that?
There's always it's
Yeah,
constant,
okay.
but it's
I
all
mean-
like shitty cosmetic stuff, and it never actually gets any better.
I mean, no matter how hard they try, they're not gonna be able to distance themselves from their old spokesperson and all the things he did.
Yeah, they're never really gonna live down Jared.
True.
Well, I'm sure you've all been eager to get back to Princes of the Apocalypse. I know
What?
I have.
How long has it been? Like 6 months?
It has been,
I don't
I think,
know.
like August was
We played in
August or September.
No wait.
Yeah.
I think it's September.
Man, that's so long.
So yeah, it's been almost half a year.
No, it was August.
Is that
actually.
long?
I'm counting the lost conversations, and I don't know if you listened to that, Eric, but it was great.
Yeah, I did.
Really? August? was the last time we played?
Yeah,
Last time.
this last session. Yeah.
So, with that in mind, who wants to try and help us recap and remember
Susan does.
where we are and what the hell's going on?
Susan watched the episode.
Oh, you're so
Well.
good.
I watched the ending, and I read my notes.
Good job. You get an A+ for doing your homework.
Yay! Do I get some cake?
I'll give you inspiration if you give us a little recap.
Dang it! I want cake. Okay. Can do. All right. Last season of Prince of the Apocalypse, we continued off of our fight in the, I'm going to say the word gorge, with the air cultists. Right when Nun, our flying cat wyvern friend, took out some riders, we finished up the fight. There was a sandstorm coming through. We win the fight and capture now Rhea, who Palouse decides to ask her to fight to the death. She dies. Gets some loot. And follow the sandstorm wind into the cave, where there's a waterfall and a temple and a big flying thing.
Mhm.
Our plan completely sucked, and we sent in Beavis and Butthead, the elk and direwolf, to fly in, and Artemis also flew in, while we snuck in like a bunch of idiots and got caught by some cultists, and did a skills challenge that we terribly failed to stop the chanting, whatever they were doing. Arisi pretty much snapped her fingers, captured us, threw us in jail, where we woke up, and Rundorth and Bellabronta are also there. Rundorth mentioned something about he's the man who's going to save the world, so it sounds like he's the man of the plan here. And that's pretty much the ending. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1, but it's actually Episode 45.
All right, thank you. Wonderful recap. Give you some inspiration for that. Yeah, so I don't know if I think you all saw my message that those whatchamacallit, the extra abilities for the different classes that Wizards of the Coast put out on Unearthed Arcana are up for use if everyone wants to apply those. Some of them are just like extra abilities for your class, so if you haven't looked at them, go look at those. And yeah, you can use those. And yeah, besides that, that was a great recap. So you guys find yourselves now Wait a second. Let me get the music going. Why is this not working? Summon.
Summon the rhythm bot.
All right. All right. All right. I summoned him. Okay. There we go.
Yep.
So, you find yourselves in the darkness of the dungeon after your frantic rush to stop Arisi and her overpowered putting you all to sleep. You awaken in this dark dungeon. You see before you, it's just a small room that fits the five of you, a dwarven man, a human woman, and two other orcs. And you have none of your equipment on you and none of your armor or clothes. You are wearing
We're naked?
just very simple like
Okay.
just like
Cloth
cloth
stuff? Yeah.
sacks basically. And
Are we full health?
so is everyone around you. You have had a long rest at this point. You wake up and you're like not well rested, but you feel like you've healed. Actually, which makes me think Agony, I need you to make me a
Oh no.
saving throw, a Constitution saving throw.
And yes, I do have the amount of spell points I ended at.
Okay, what is that?
24
Okay, great.
out of 45. And you said
Make
con
me-
con save.
A con save, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
You're fine. Your long rest goes as normal. So as you wake up, this dwarven man approaches. Says, "Well, it's about time. The name's Rundorth. I'm the dwarf who's gonna save the world."
Rundorth. Wait. Oh, these are way too tight for my. These are too small. Wait, Rundorth.
Were we looking
Wait.
for him?
We know of you.
Oh, you do? My reputation precedes me yet again. Hell yeah. What have you heard? Good things,
You
I
were-
suspect.
No, I don't think so, but
Well, yeah, yes. You were with the delegation.
Yes, indeed, you heard correct. Delegation from Mirabar.
oh right.
Yeah, we've been trying to find you. We saved a good number of the other, people of the delegation that were captured.
Oh, great. Great, yeah, everyone who was with me was already killed. Or joined the cultist.
That's depressing.
Yep.
Sounds
You
like
guys
your
took
friends have a
sweet
nice.
ass time finding me, huh?
Yeah, a lot of complications. We were coming straight for you, but a lot of complications happened. We did say Brodenthal.
Oh,
We did.
hell yeah, nice. Glad. He's got a lot of potential, that kid.
I hope your stay here hasn't been too uncomfortable.
Nah, the occasional torture here and there, but you
Like
know,
torture.
Wait, where are we?
we're in
What, in the temple, darling?
that flying bitch's temple.
Yeah, what else can we see in this room?
So
Are there,
as you look around,
bar?
you can see there are like 3 doorways or like openings. It's like a long, probably 20 feet by maybe 50 feet. So actually, it's a bit bigger than I originally stated. And there's like 3 barred doorways or openings. And then like there's a hallway kind of going through, and you see across from you there's like some actual closed doors. But it just kind of looks like a hallway with like all stone.
It's a
And
big
you guys
room.
are in like barred doors, and then there's just other doors around you in this hallway.
How long have you guys been here?
A little over a month. And Severa speaks up, who you guys all recognize. Severa Bellabranta, a woman you met first when you visited the Feathergale Spire, and you brought her back to Red Larch with you. And last you saw her, she was in Red Larch, I think, when you had left, and then wasn't there when you got back.
Right, the bird watcher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and she says, I've been here for just a few days since the Feathergale Spire fell.
Lady Bellabranta, why exactly did they lock you in here?
Good question.
I just couldn't do it. I've had enough. I want to go home. And she just starts crying. He goes, yeah, she didn't really make a good cultist. They're probably going to sacrifice her soon enough. And then she goes, no.
Wait,
And the orcs kind of look around nervously.
they took cultists?
Yeah, like I said, everybody who was in my party before was either killed or sacrificed or turned into, converted.
What would they sacrifice her though? If she's, with Feathergale Spire and seems to be kind of, down with.
I think she wants to get out.
I just want to be done with this. She keeps crying. He says, yeah, she ain't got the will for it.
Yeah, that would do it.
Another question: how long have we been in here? I know we were all knocked down, all asleep, but how long were we out for?
About a day. They drug you in here. I heard them bring you in across the hall and disrobe you or whatever they did. But
I like stand up and I feel like my back creaking. Yep, feels like about 24 hours on concrete.
you guys are definitely all
More stuff.
feeling it a little.
John gets up and goes, haven't felt that in a while.
Wait, did they take my necklace?
Yeah, you guys, everything you had is gone.
Oh, I am livid.
So, the couple
How
pieces
how
of a
fucked are you right now?
Now, if there's something, if you could
Fuck.
make the argument that there's something hidden on your naked body, then I'll let you have it.
There.
But besides
Yeah,
that,
no, I would
I
keep
do
it
have
on
a question. Is a lock, like the couple pieces of a lock picking kit, would you consider those non-magical trinkets?
maybe in what context?
That I could create them with prestidigitation?
I would say you can
What?
create some kind of janky lockpicks with that, but I'm gonna give you probably disadvantage on the roll.
I
But
will
I would-
certainly try to open our cage.
All right, so you're just gonna.
While everyone else is talking to him, I'm just gonna why not?
Are you doing this stealthily? Like you don't want anyone to see you doing it, or are you just kind of strolling
Mm.
over? You don't see any guards around.
Then I'm not gonna really be stealthy about it.
Okay. So you walk over, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing? We haven't even come up with a plan yet."
I'm just opening the door. I
All right,
feel
so
a
go
little
ahead.
trapped in here.
Make me a check with disadvantage.
19.
All right, yeah, you just and it kind of swings open a teeny bit.
We're all sitting there like, man,
The
how
fuck?
the hell
That's
are we
nice.
gonna get out of here? We're trapped in here forever. In the background, you just see John walk over and open the door.
And then he just goes, okay, I can breathe a little easier. Now let's figure out what we're gonna do.
Did they just all lock the door?
Bam. All
I'm not
right.
even paying
this is what I'm
attention. I'm freaking out. Like they took
Wait.
all my jewelry.
Before we do anything, what's the guard like? What do you know? You've been here for a month?
Yeah, I've seen pretty much the whole place. You guys came in by the cliff, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're on the other side of that big pyramid in the middle. Did you get that far? Did you see the big pyramid?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on.
That sounds
Yeah, you
familiar.
guys did.
At least I did. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Artemis
you-
like climbed all the way up it.
Yeah, I didn't
where
see
you
any
guys
of you guys. Did you guys get attacked by a bunch of like vulture demons on your way in? Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Well, we kind of ended up in the middle of the pyramid to see Arisi, and then yeah.
We tried to free some prisoners, and
What?
there was a lot of guards who didn't like that.
Tried
Yeah,
Things
and so-
happen.
What?
It was
Listen,
not a
you left
fraternity
us
party.
alone. You left us alone to infiltrate a base. Did you really think anything was gonna go well?
We couldn't just leave them. You know,
Like,
they really
listen,
wanted to be left.
We are.
I mean, we
dead,
could have you could have gotten them on the way out, guys, but it's fine. Whatever.
but we're not dead, right?
Exactly. There's no point in getting mad now. Once we're out of here, then I will yell at all of you. Either way. So yeah, what's the god like around here? Are they gonna? Do we have a
So,
guy who's gonna come around with a slop bucket or something?
And where's
Yeah,
our
yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
My best guess would be that your shit is kept right across the hall. That's seems to be where the guards sleep, or at least the less bestial ones. You'll see, bringing us our food and such. There's some Kenku that come on by. They go on shifts. Seems they have a couple watching, a couple sleeping, all hours. Kenku.
I know how to
annoying
deal with them.
things.
You just call them chickens.
What's a
Kenku.
what's a Kenku?
They're big chickens.
Quite honestly, Palouse, you don't want to know, and you shouldn't be using racial slurs around people. So
What? I'm sorry.
nothing, Palouse. It's something. It's something polite people don't say.
They're little bird people. They're little
Oh,
ones.
never mind.
They and yeah, and then sometimes they'll come and they definitely got some of their initiates and their fancy fighters and all that stuff across the hall. But I don't know if they're there all the time. I mean, I'm sure they go out and do things. So maybe we find our time.
So you said you know the layout a little bit? Would you happen to know where they might keep our things? Because
He just said across the hall.
things back. Oh, okay.
That would be my guess. That's
So they have like a storage area in that place.
and you guys see come walking down the hallway in front of you, two little bird folk. And they're kinda-
The door isn't like wide open. It's
Yeah.
barely open.
So it's
Okay.
unlocked, and it's like we can even say it's just like closed, but it's just unlocked. Though it like has no hinge, like it could just swing open.
Mhm.
So they're walking by, and they're just like, so they kind of like chirp back and forth to each other in these weird like squawking.
Are
Yips.
you riveting?
It like turns towards you and starts yelling at you.
I don't
Um,
speak that language.
And a very good day to you too, sir. I
And,
will take French toast, lightly powdered with sugar.
Oh, are we doing breakfast orders? I would love a nice stack of
And you hear
pancakes.
it go, no breakfast, no breakfast. And then it
This
takes
is a
out its little,
really bad ink.
it takes this little short sword and starts like banging it along the
Guys,
on
I
the
think we
bars.
need to give this place a negative review when we leave.
and they just keep like squawking at each other and moving on.
I've been thrown out of better dungeons than this.
1 star at best.
Terrible hotel.
Is that the Kenku?
Well, if that's what you want to call it, they're poor excuses.
When I said little, I was expecting a lot littler than that. I mean, they're not that little. Are we sure they're
It's all
Kenku?
about perspective.
I kind of looked at the guy who mentioned the name Kenku for
Indoors?
Mm-hmm.
Affirmation. Like, is this game good?
Affirmation.
He goes,
That's the one.
"Yep, those are them." And at this point, you hear a door open across the hallway from you. And you go, "Hey, what was all that?" And this kind of like bigger, greasy man steps out and says, looks over at you and says, "First Daniel making a squawk. What are you doing? You shut
No.
the hell up."
The birds were squawking. We were trying to give them our breakfast orders.
Oh, good. Are you the one who takes the breakfast orders?
You guys think you're funny, huh?
No.
Didn't even leave me
well,
with a hair
yes.
tie.
I mean, we know we're funny.
I am a jester, but you know,
Is something we said was funny?
inside maybe it's because I feel this pain from the loss of my mother and all
He'll,
those years left alone.
He just picks up a rock off the ground and throws it at your head. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Who?
Who?
John.
Okay.
19
Yeah, you just
or 25. Sorry.
easily just duck out of the way. It's like, you shut the fuck up, or you don't know what's coming. And then he just goes back
A
in
rock.
and slams the door.
So does the milk come with blueberries or not?
That was
It
kind
was
of
a
rude.
rock. The trick was a rock. You threw a rock. I know it was coming.
I take the rock and I start bashing our. Do we have chains or something?
No, there's no chains. It's just the door that's locking you in here.
Okay, I just take the rock then and keep it with me.
Didn't
Okay.
even chain us? Oh, what a.
And there are some loose rocks around too. If anyone else like grabs a rock,
Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
there's
out.
plenty. There's like loose rubble. Like it looks like part of this, like it's an old stone room that's kind of falling apart. Especially like on the back wall. But it doesn't seem like there's something that's on the other side, like where it's falling apart. There's just dirt and old earth.
Yep. I definitely keep a rock with me as an improvised weapon just in case. You never know.
I'm just like
This looks like a good throwing rock.
angrily fidgeting with my hair and like shaking the ground lightly with thaumaturgy.
What has gotten into you?
I have my necklace.
Hmm.
I want it?
By the sound of it, it's very important.
Yes.
I didn't know you cared so much about jewelry.
It's the only one I care about.
We'll get your necklace and the rest of our stuff as well.
Wait a minute. When you say wait, the only necklace you care about, are you talking about the one I gave you?
What? No,
Oh, the other one.
the other one.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
the-
that.
the-
No, well, no, I mean the other one.
Fair. Oh. Of course. Anyway. So, you want your necklace back. We want to get the fuck out of here. We want our stuff back, yes?
Grab some rocks.
Don't need them.
Here's the question. Do we want to deal with this place while we're here, or do we want to just get the fuck out of here?
I think we should see if what a Reese's ascendance or power looks like. Looks something we can take care of or not.
All right. Well, there's only one way to do that. First, before we can do anything, let's get our stuff back.
Well, I'm just sitting over here wondering when someone's gonna ask me how I'm gonna save the world.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Come on. Let's hear. Yeah, let's hear your. Let's
That
hear
is
your,
also
your pitch.
important. Part number one.
I thought we were saving the world.
Okay.
Why
here's
the
my
hell are you
question.
guys here? That's my question.
We're
They
saving
might
the
push
world.
join our group.
I feel like my question.
Why are we
my
here?
question. You
Well,
just
here-
feel like
That's
you
Here's
what
did
my
I've been
question.
saying since day one.
My question is a lot simpler. Do we need to hear your world-saving plan right now, or can we do that till we're not in here?
Well, if we don't know the plan before we get our stuff, then
I don't really think the plan is gonna change.
Is
You
this,
know,
is this a
what do you all
short-term
know
plan or
about-
long-term plan?
What do you all know about the city of Belsamer and the Master Gem?
I
Wait.
don't know about the Master
What?
Gem.
What color is the gem?
It controls all the other Chaos Emeralds.
That's what I was thinking.
The master.
Yeah.
Chaos control.
Belsummit, Dwarf City, right?
Supersonic racing.
Yeah. So you do know about it.
Yeah. Don't we have a map of it somewhere?
Probably in my
I thought we
stuff, you
did.
know.
Oh,
Something like that.
You
We
also
don't have it on us.
Comes
There's
back to
dungeons or
always-
something that'll lead to it.
You remember that what's his butt? Bruldenthar had told you a bit about this before the Master Gem. But and that it was something that he was him and Rundorth had been studying. He says, well, shit that went down here yesterday tells me that we're all in a fuckload of trouble. Elemental evil powers are being unleashed. We're all fucked if we don't stop it.
I mean, you're not telling us anything we didn't already know.
Yeah, we did
That
the,
was what we
firestorm.
assumed.
We watched it rain fire like 2 days ago.
Okay, well,
And
there's
there was
one thing to
also
see
that
the
one
world ending, and
freak
there's another thing to
storm.
be able to fucking stop it. Now, isn't there?
We
Yeah.
did try to
Wait,
stop
wait.
the
So,
rainstorm.
so what's your pitch?
We're in with it.
My pitch is that we need to learn how to stop this thing, and I think the answers are in the city of Belsimer.
So
And I
you're
want
not
you to help
really
me get
give-
there.
Wait.
Fantastic. So first we have to get out of jail and get our stuff.
Can
and
we get
possibly deal with Arisi? So good idea, but we're gonna shelve it for now, and we're gonna
And
do
this
the
really
stuff-
is-
No, no. Let me talk with him.
Oh, go for it.
And
Okay.
besides, this isn't a pitch. This is just more problems to solve.
I've had a vision, a dream of a black gem. What does it mean?
He kind of looks at you a little cockeyed. Well, what was the dream about?
Nothing solid. More just that the black gem was important and to protect it.
Seems you come to the right place then.
So wait, what does it mean? Give me some clarity here.
Well, I think that's the Master Gem.
And
You're here to protect it.
is there more to this?
I weren't they talking about how the gems were used to seal away some sort of evil?
Yes.
the elemental evils? I assume, like you said.
And Belsimer's underground, isn't it?
So what happened?
The Master Gem, if it does exist, which I believe it does,
It does exist. I know it to be true.
is an important point in the weave. Y'all know what the weave is, I assume. Yeah, okay.
Are you talking
It's like
about
where
the
all magic
hairstyle?
comes from.
I mean,
Oh, thought you were
sometimes
talking about the
agony
hairstyle.
does my hair, but
Okay,
You know
well,
what
the
it is.
important
That might be a weave too.
the important thing is that this weave, this gem, holds
Never
together.
gets fucked with.
Well, yes, the important thing is that it doesn't get fucked with.
You don't ever fuck with the weave.
Mm-hmm.
But this particular one is bolstered by 4 elemental gems. I believe that's what our friend destroyed yesterday to unleash that power. And you say you saw it from fire as well?
We saw it rain fire a couple of days ago.
Didn't they say that was something like called an orb of devastation or
We
something?
assumed
Yeah.
it was a devastation orb.
Oh,
We
no, the
saw
orb
the
of-
water one
those are
where it
something
rained for 24 hours.
So,
that
okay,
was fun.
So
Do you know
what
anything about elemental shards?
Yes, we are experts.
No.
Okay.
But refresh us. We can compare our
Exactly.
notes.
Refresh our memories just to make sure we are on the same page.
Elemental shards are
You know what they are.
the essence of pure elemental energy. You find them at elemental nodes, which have spread across Faerun.
notes.
So we find the
Does that work?
nodes, you get the shards, and they're molded for to make strong elemental magics, like these gems, like your orbs that you saw.
Okay, so the shards are used to make devastation orbs, and they're also used to make those gems that you're talking about.
But why would they break them?
Yes.
Because
see,
These
they
people
you're
are
well
fucked up.
informed.
unleash
You're well informed.
devastation when you break
So
them.
let me get this straight. They create orbs that do bad things, but they broke the gems? What's the
That
point
also
of that?
that keep bad things from happening.
Well, the gems contain the power. Breaking them unleashes the power.
Who gains this power?
No one gains.
I don't think they're the kind of cults that want to accrue power as much as doomsday cults that just want to see the world get bye-bye.
So these gems are, they're not made by the shards. The orb is made by the shards, correct?
I think both, depending on the
So-
size of the shard. You could make all kinds of strong
Where-
items.
Where do these powers go after they're broken?
They're unleashed upon the world. You say you saw fire rain from the sky, that's where the power goes.
So that wouldn't have been a devastation orb.
No, that must have been a gem.
Ugh.
So
So if two of them are already broken, we're in trouble.
What happens if all four are broken? Can the Master Gem sustain it on its own?
This is why I need to get to Belsimer and find these answers.
Now here's my question, because we've been looking for this answer ourselves for a while. Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just take a right. You go down this hallway, you take a right. I'm being dead serious.
He literally just swings open the door.
Wait, what?
John just walks over to the door that's been slightly open, and he swings it open, goes, "Okay then," and starts walking out the door like,
He goes, whoa, wait, wait, there's...
John.
wait, stop it, John!
"Oh wait, do you know where our stuff is?"
Yes,
Across
It's
the
down the
hall.
hall!
it's
It's the
across the
first
hall.
time he said it.
Oh,
All
okay.
your dreams.
And he goes
This is
over to the
down
other
this
door and he
hall.
starts unlocking. Wait, is the other door with our stuff in it?
So the
locked?
other door was where you just saw the closest door across from you is where you just saw a guard come out and scold you
Wait.
from.
It-
I'd like to physically stop John before he does things.
Okay. Palouse tries to stop you, John.
Yes. What seems to be the issue?
Wait, let's talk this out before we start doing things, please.
Listen, I was just gonna go in there and kindly ask him to return our goods as we are about to head out
I mean,
and check out of this
do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
I mean, we could do that together, with each of us holding a heavy rock. That might work a
Can
little better.
Can we at least wait until we have this conversation and then we can go do those things?
Oh
I
yeah, I
can
could
melt
also
space.
just turn invisible and take our stuff back. That's another option as well.
Does invisibility require a material component? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
So
have that
you-
in your apartment? No.
Maybe. Let me check, cause
I don't know what your...
no, I don't think I can find an eyelash encased in gum Arabic.
Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just I don't think that's one of those things you just find lying around.
No.
So
Definitely
so
have your
hold-
focus though in that thing over there.
Yeah, so let's just hold off on that for a second. Let's finish up here, and then we'll discuss on how to get our stuff back.
I could melt his face off.
Well, no, listen. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Rundorth, you
I could insult him to death.
Ah, you people. Anyway, listen, Rundorth. So
Yeah.
shards make gems. We need to save the gems. Gems are the master gems in Belsimer. We need to get to Belsimer. So should we not even worry about being up here?
I don't think so. I don't know what Aris is planning next, but That scares me. I knew what she was planning up to this point. I knew she wanted to destroy that gem. She just had to figure out how. Now that she's done it, I don't know what she's planning. I don't know what else she can do. And I think those answers are in Belsimer. I don't know how to undo it either.
Yeah, bringing the fire gem caused that firestorm a few days ago. There's no telling what's going on outside right now.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we, if she is here, maybe either we deal with her here so we don't have her at our backs, or maybe she went to Belsimer. I don't know, but
Maybe
If
we'll
we
find
try-
out in Belsimer.
so let's go to Belsimer and not even worry about clearing this place out right now.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay then.
I need to know this. What happens if all these gems are broken?
Again, that's what I need to get to Belsimer for. I suspect something terrible. The Master Gem itself is then vulnerable.
How terrible?
If
Well,
that
it
Master
sounds
Gem
like-
breaks, there are legends that it was used to seal away some great evil. If that breaks, that evil could be unleashed.
I don't
Well, it
suppose we have any
sounds-
specifics about what that evil is, do we?
Again, get me
Well,
to
it's either made
Belsimer.
of
Will
Okay.
it destroy the
fire,
Summer
rock,
Hills?
wind, or water.
Destroy the Summer Hills, possibly. Destroy more. Maybe that too.
I'll put it this way: if breaking one of the 4 gems that holds this power down, causes it to rain fire, I have a feeling whatever's in there is probably as bad as it raining fire.
This is
You get what
not
I'm
good.
saying? No, it's not. More importantly, there's an entire dwarven city that's never been plundered, waiting down there full of riches. So,
Well, that's not true. I've plundered that city before.
well, Rundorth, you're really making me care a lot less about this.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to going down there because I'm pretty sure that's where I'm gonna find my father.
Yes, fantastic. Daddy issues all around. Anyway,
Who's your father? Wait a second.
Who's your daddy?
and what does
Are
he
you
do?
Drow?
There
There are a shit ton of Drow down there.
Half drow.
My father's name is Oscar.
Oscar, you kidding me? The halfling?
Yeah.
You got a halfling in you?
No.
I don't think so.
Wait,
He adopted.
Oscar fucked a Drow?
More
Sounds-
adopted me kind of thing. I'm only like half drow. But it's all the right places. He gives a little wink.
It's the eyes.
I see. And he gets kind of serious. It's like, yeah, last time I saw Oscar was after our journey to Belsimer.
So see, that's where I might go find him.
All the more
'Cause
reason
That's where
to
the
get
letter
down
he
there.
sent me said to go find him. That was a while ago, though.
Might have known something about this Master Gem.
He did. We all found it together.
You found the gem?
Well, we found the temple it was in, but we were trying to
See?
stop the Drow that were here. That was our purpose.
Learning new stuff about him all the time.
Couldn't go
What's it
back and
called?
study more because a colony of mind flayers came in the absence of the Drow.
What?
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm
What's
expecting to
the,
find a bunch of mind flayers and Drow down there. I suppose I should have warned you about that before I got y'all to agree to this plan.
We all
Noted.
just know it's
Okay,
empty.
so let's put this plan back on the table, okay? Because all of that sounds like a bunch of bullshit. So I'm thinking we go upstairs, we get out of here, and we just I don't know, go to Yata, and never come back.
Sounds terrible.
That's a
So just
terrible
from
idea that's not happening.
So just from a context.
Okay, fine. We
Don-
can go to Silver and Moon.
No, we're going down there to protect a gem. From what it sounds like, even if the 4 elemental gems are broken, if we have control and protect the master gem, then we should theoretically be fine, right?
Besides,
Yeah, unless we are devoured by mind flayers on the way down. I mean, you do understand what they do, right? I think they flay minds.
I mean, I kind of
Listen,
give it
all we
away,
have
but
to
I
do
don't
is
know
send-
I don't know what a Mind Flayer is.
we just
I
have
know-
to
I know what
send
a
it
drow
to them
is, but
first.
what's a
They'll
mind-
starve to death.
Okay, Sablin, do you know what? Do you know what an octopus is?
Oh, I think I heard about it in a story once. It's like a tentacle thing, right?
Yeah, sure. Okay, imagine a man with a tentacle thing for a head. Okay.
I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. Just like one tentacle can just coming off the neck.
No, no,
kinda
no, no,
thing.
no. 4 of them coming off the face.
Oh, I mean, it's just kind of messy, but not just four
I mean,
tentacles
we've
taking off
seen
the face.
weirder
Wait.
creatures.
Oh, and
I'm
the
confused.
mouth is a lamprey's mouth. You know what a lamprey is?
Wait, what's a
It's like an
tentacle?
eel, right?
Yeah, it's like a leech.
Yeah. Okay, it's like a leech. Well, leeches are annoying, but not that bad. I mean, like
It
you're
eats
just gonna
brains.
knock them off.
Sadly.
Oh,
That's why I said we send in Pelus first.
Darling, we've had octopus before for dinner, like nice seafood restaurant. It's delicious.
Takoyaki.
What? Is that the things with the suction?
Yes. They're delectable, chewy.
Or vacuum cleaner.
I mean, if it just like latches onto your head. I mean, I've seen a leech's mouth before. It would take a minute to get the brain. I could you can just knock them off.
No.
It's just like a normal
It's
thing to
seconds.
me.
Seconds. That's
Seconds.
a crazy sucking power.
Well, technically, okay, listen. We're not discussing this right now. Either way. So, fine. If you all are very insistent on going down there, I will wish you all the best of luck. I'm going to go get my stuff and probably go home or something like that.
I mean,
What do you have to go home to?
Not mind players?
Severa speaks up and she's like, I agree with Artemis. I think we should all just get the hells out of here.
Oh yeah, there is the issue of her.
I think.
We gotta get her out of here. Oh, I don't think she'll
Artemis.
go with us.
Listen,
I might
should
agree
we
with you.
start with getting our stuff back?
Well,
how
yeah.
are those two
obviously.
orcs reacting to all this that are also in his jail?
They're just sitting there like, I don't speak common at all.
Yeah. They're just kind of like in the other corner, like very wary of all these creatures who out in the real world would probably be very hostile towards them usually. So they're just kind of
Just
like
like-
feeling outnumbered and
Just being
Weird
quiet.
foreigners.
also they seem really like terrified of Runedorth. Like
Hmm.
whenever he like gestures big, they're kind of like shrink back and they're like they seem really scared of him.
Artemis, I think you might kind of be right.
Excuse me?
John does a very emphatic drop dead motion, like he falls to the ground like he has just had a heart attack.
Maybe we should
When he
grab our
hears
stuff
Pelus
and
say that.
I don't know.
Well, I'm sure if we head to Belsimer from here, there could be an exit. Oh my god, an exit from Belsimer.
I mean, I would think that they would have found that by now.
Runedorth says, "Yeah, there are a couple entrances
See?
and exits."
See, so
Man,
we don't
Rudolph, you
even
keep
have to find our way out.
Every time I say something.
But here's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm the one saving the world. And that's the truth. I'm taking a right when we get up there. If y'all want to take a left, I won't hold it against you.
No, I'm taking that right.
It's dangerous down there.
I would go with them as well. We've
I'm
gotta
not really
either
afraid
go
of
break it
squid
back.
faces personally, so
What do you
Well,
think,
we-
Pelus?
We have to
I don't
find the
know.
gem.
They are obsessed with this gym thing.
honestly, I couldn't care less about that. I was told that I should go and find someone down there, so I'm going.
If them breaking that master gym can cause something worse than that firestorm and the floods and everything, we can't let that happen to everyone in this valley.
Let's get our stuff.
Belsimer
Yeah,
is where most of our things that we're looking for are. So, we're going there.
You're really dead. You guys are really dead set on doing this right now, aren't you? Fine.
After I
Okay.
get my necklace.
Yes, of course. Okay, fine, whatever. All right, so catharsis and master gyms and horrible eternal servitude under mind flayers for the win. Okay, fine. Let's go get our fucking stuff. I'll use disguise self and turn to occultist, which I
Okay.
can do because it doesn't have material components.
All right. The Rundorth speaks up real quick and says, "Well, I know there's a couple Kanku that come wander through these halls. There's a they sleep right up there," and he kind of points like through one of the bars or one of the bar doors. You can kind of see down the hallway where it turns. Like if you imagine you guys are kind of at the corner of a hallway, you're like in this long strip. So in your farthest most door, you can see down the hallway, and he points down it, down like the kind of intersecting hallway, and he points down it and says, "Down at the end of there is where some of them sleep. Might be some easy pickings to start with, but besides that, we're gonna have to fight a lot of people with very little supplies. I mean, I'm fine with that. These
Well,
are
if
all
you-
the weapons I need," and he punches his fist together.
I see. Okay, fantastic. Well, maybe we don't have to fight anybody if we can find that stuff without raising an alarm. Hence, and I sort of motion at my disguise.
Sure, all right. With the big dog guy and that that dragon fool. I don't
You
think so.
guys stay here. Give me a moment to scout around, okay?
The dog?
I'm sorry. That was
I mean, I'm just letting
Uncalled
him know
for.
a lizard.
clearly a dragon.
While you stop and you think about both your inherent racism and your lack of canine physiology, I am going to go find our stuff. So I'm gonna head out of the cell and I'm gonna go to the door across the way and knock on it.
All right. So you go across and you knock on the door.
Mhm.
In just a moment, the door opens, and it's that same guy.
Mhm.
He's like, "What the hell?" And he looks
Oi.
up and down. "Who the hell are you?"
Hey, listen, I was out with I was out with the boss earlier. Okay, listen. Point is, boss wants something. Wants that necklace.
Make me a deception check.
Okay. 25.
Love it.
He goes, "All right, which one?" And he kind of leads you in and points. And actually, I'll bring you to the map now,
Okay.
so you guys can see this map.
All right.
Oh,
I think you're all in the right place.
Wait, click us. Click us.
Yeah,
Click us.
drag us.
Shift pink.
Do the thing.
Shift- Whee!
Do you see it?
Yeah, it's blurry, but
Can
nope,
you see
there
it,
we go.
Sabelin? Is it
Oh yeah, it's lit.
okay?
It's lit.
It's
Lip-
lit.
It's lit.
Lit.
So then let me see. Artemis, you would be.
There are a lot of rocks here.
Yeah. So I was like, I better tell them if they're picking up rocks and they see this map, they're gonna be mad if I tell them about all these
Man,
rocks.
lot of comfy rocks.
So you just went like across the hall into that
This
first
is
doorway.
Okay.
We'll say this guy's up talking to you. Actually, no, he wouldn't be the greasy guy.
So the
This
door I
guy's-
came through was like here, right?
Yeah, and that's just right across
Yeah.
the hall. Actually, I'll open that door so you can see through.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, he points to you, and then back in this corner here. Do you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of there's like all your guys' supplies, kind of stacked up, piled. Now it looks like. Actually, I'm gonna say that there's like two guys that are going through it over there.
Mm-hmm. My eye twitches. Right. So, yeah, boss said the necklace. You
There's
said
which one? There's a couple.
There's a couple
And he
of them.
points, and you see like there's a couple. I think Agony had 2 necklaces.
Mm-hmm.
I had a necklace as well.
Palouse had a
I had an
necklace. What
ocarina.
was your necklace? Oh yeah, the
Uh,
Periapt of Health.
I have the
John.
boar tusk and the period of health.
Yeah, he just has like a cosmetic little.
Yep,
necklace.
it's from when I killed the
John
boar.
had a lot of stuff on him.
Yeah, it's like a pile of stuff. Just like from afar, it's hard to kind of make out individual pieces. Was there like a specific necklace you wanted to ask him for, or?
No, I'm just like, which one? You know what? Fuck, she didn't actually say. Oh my, God. How many necklaces we got? I'll walk over to the stuff that they're sorting through, like hands on my head.
And the guy goes, "There's this one," and he like holds up Agony's necklace that you gave her, the like really ornate
yeah,
flame one.
this
one's fancy.
Yeah, that's pretty fancy. Again, she didn't say which one.
Goes, "How about this one?" And another guy holds up Palouse's Periapt of Health.
You know what, boys? Here's what I'm gonna do. How about I take them all, and I'll just bring back the one. I'll just give her that way she can pick which one she wants. I'll bring back the rest.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, you know what? There's even this little bag here. I can carry them all in. 20.
There you go.
And you got the bag of holding.
Oh, let's stuff that thing with rocks.
Let me make a. I'm gonna make an intelligence check, just
Okay.
for all of them. Let me see what this guy's. I think it's just average intelligence. Yeah. These guys aren't too smart, so I'll just make a straight roll. All right. Yeah, looks like a good bag.
Great. Yeah. Okay, come on. I'm just gonna pile all these in here. All right. So, nice haul.
Yeah, some good stuff. Yeah, lots of good stuff. And you see one of them like fucking with Arjani's sword.
That's a sharp looking thing right there.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, these guys look pretty badass.
Right. Yeah. I bet they were. Do I see my do I see my dagger and or rod? I don't know what form it would be in right now. I think its actual natural form is a dagger. So do I see my dagger around?
Yeah, you see your dagger sitting there.
Okay. I was like, hey, what's that? I'll reach down and pick up the dagger. This looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's nice. What of it? Kind of
I don't
looks up.
suppose you let me hold on to this, would you?
The other one goes, "Oh hell no! If we could be just taking willy nilly, I already have a half of this shit dibsed."
Yeah, I bet. Wait. I mean, it's in what I called the dagger yet?
And the other one goes, "I had my eye on it, yes."
I don't know. I'm pretty attached to it. Oh, hey, what's these? And I'll reach down and pick up a deck of playing cards that Artemis would have had. Hey, tell you what, you want to play for it?
The guy at the you see the guy behind you talking, the guy who would let you in the room, speaking briefly with this bald-haired very kind of buff-looking but like pensive man wearing like flowing robes, and he's just kind of sitting there. He's just come in watching you since you came in. He's over at the table over there, and you see the guy who let you in come over and start talking to him in the background there. Now, what did you say to the? Asked him about the playing cards.
Yeah, I was asking. I pick up the playing cards. I was like, "Hey, you want to play me for the dagger?"
He kind of looks over towards the guy who let you in. And he says, I don't know. I don't know about that. We should probably
Well, I
just follow protocol here.
I mean, do we have to follow it for everything?
And the guy starts walking up to you now, and he's with the bald guy, and he says, "Now, hey there, what who'd you say you're getting this for?
Getting it for the boss.
Now, who'd that be?"
Mate, listen, do I even have to say the name?
And he looks over at the
I'm getting it for
bald guy
Reese.
who's just kind of like staring
Oh.
at you.
I'm getting it for a Reese, you twit.
And he looks over at the bald guy and he looks at you and he says, "Well, that's awfully funny because Reese left yesterday."
Right, and she told me to make sure I got the necklaces for when she gets back.
And they're kind of looking back and forth at each other, and make me
Let's
another
see,
deception
1,
check.
2, 3,
Oh, boy.
4, 5. Oh, cool. If I drop it on me, I can kill everyone.
You have your rod in your hand now.
Yeah.
He
Um,
does.
Deception. 21.
Mm.
They're kind of looking and they're saying, "Why don't you get back to your post? I think we'll hold on to these items."
Well, I mean, I got the bag. Listen, okay, fine. You know, I'll drop the playing cards and all that stuff. Fine. Well, I mean, I am taking the bag. Boss told me to bring the necklaces.
The bald guy kind of walks up to you.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna give them an intelligence check as well. and they look back up at you and they look in the bag and it's empty and they look
Mhm.
back up at you and they go, "All right, take the fucking bag."
Nice. Got myself a bag. What do you guys think? You
Stuff.
think I look fashionable? Huh? You think I look dashing? Yeah. I'll get right about here. What do you think? Well, what do you think? Do you think I look good with it?
So yeah, this guy kind of was like walking up behind you and he goes, "I think you look like shit. And if you don't get the hell out of here right now, I'm gonna go talk to someone to deal with you."
All right. Jeez. Hey. Excuse the hell out of me. Although you
Insert
say I look
name
like
reference.
shit, you know. I have a feeling you're gonna look a lot. I have a feeling, you know. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I finally get to use the spell. You know what?
So to be clear, you don't have your rod on you anymore,
Oh,
right?
fuck.
Because you put down everything except the bag.
Right. Would I have been able to hold on to the playing cards?
Nope.
No, you said you put them down.
Fuck,
It's
that's
everything,
right,
but
I did.
all you
I
have is the bag of
The
holding.
bag. You know what?
And I'm not sure what's in that specifically. I guess it would be like any.
I think we have a list of things
Yeah.
along with the necklaces.
Yeah, I'll say you got the necklaces in there. Because you did say you were doing that.
Right. Okay. Well, I got stuff. So I'll head back to the group. Right, you gentlemen have a good day. I'll close the door.
All right. So you go out, and so everybody else, you just see you had like heard Artemis in there like chatting. You'd heard just like muffled conversation through the door, and all of a sudden you see Artemis pop out through this door, and
They're not like right
And-
there looking at him, watching him.
yeah, he just like closes it behind him, and he has the bag of holding in his hand.
He's got all our stuff.
I got things. I did find, and I'll reach in and I'll pull out the necklace. I'll pull out Agony's choker.
Gimme.
Jewelry for a pretty lady.
Ah, yes, thank you. Put it on.
Oh, and here, and I'll reach in and hand you Flame's Embrace too.
Might as well. Yes, thank you.
Let's see. Palouse, and for you, since you've been such a good boy, I'll pull out his necklaces and throw it to him.
Okay, I'll put on both my bone boar tusk necklace and then the other one that I had, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the periaptive health.
Yep,
Were there any other necklaces that we had?
the wound cleansing.
I mean, my ocarina's on a length of cord, but I don't know if it counts as neck.
Nah, I don't think I would have
No, yeah.
thought to count that as one.
That's fair.
Let's see.
Yeah, looks like that's it.
Where's the bag of holding? Does Agony have it?
Oh,
Okay,
Agony
that's-
has it. I was looking at it.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing listed on there.
Fantastic.
But I mean, you guys would have like all of your. It's like a group treasure.
You got a
Here we
fuck
go.
ton of pillows.
Fuck ton of pillows.
You have a potion of healing, a scroll of dimension door.
Well, no, not anymore. That's been used.
Or did
Sorry.
that? Oh yeah, you did use that. Okay,
Yeah.
here it is. All right, so where's? Okay, never mind. It's only at the top here. Okay, so you got 2 potions of healing, 1 potion of greater healing. The Amarenion,
Mhm.
which is like a book of history, where Rudorth gave you those notes from.
Dragon
Bar
Heart.
money, scroll of haste, and wall of water. Joy. Okay.
Haste and wall of water. All right, so those are the spells you have.
I would have kept everything that is my personal stuff in there too, just because I don't really have pockets.
Well, okay, let's look at your stuff real quick, because you would have. I could
got
say you'd
Ross.
probably have like the Eyes of Charming in there. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I don't really
Let's
have
do
any
a prison
useful
breakout.
stuff. Probably have daggers in there and other clothing. Nothing.
what's your
called
and
spell
what
magic.
your necklace is that your spell focus?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you got. So you have your spell focus back.
Mhm,
Artemis
mhm,
does not.
mhm,
Palouse. His spell focus probably be like that tusk or something. I don't know. I don't know what his is. But
Oh, yeah.
all right. So anyway, those are the things you got back. You got back those items that are listed here in this group treasure, and then yeah, Agony. I guess you'd have those loose items. So you now have a couple daggers. You could give those to
Mhm.
people. It's better than
No no
not
weapon.
having anything. than
Better than rocks.
fisticuffs and rocks.
Isn't it the same as like an improvised weapon? It's 1d4.
Um,
A dagger is 1d4.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah,
the same as
daggers
an
are
improvised.
1d4.
Yeah, but you'd be proficient.
yeah,
he's
you're proficient in it, whereas you're not
Oh,
proficient
okay.
in
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
improvised weapon. So it's really with
Then-
the attack. It's going to help you a lot.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd take a dagger.
Now,
If it's
I
offered.
might be able to get the rest of our stuff, but I figured I might as well get out of there with what I had now.
And you brought the bag of holding, and I know what you're planning with it. We're all gonna stuff into it, and you're gonna carry us out, right?
Pal, I don't think that's how that works. I think, and I'm gonna take the bag. I'm gonna try and get it over Sablin's head, and it's just not gonna fit in it.
You just gotta get around the shoulders. I'm squeezing. Just pivot.
Pal, no, sorry, boy. I think we're gonna have to not do that idea.
I could turn you into a ferret. Or a gorilla. Whatever one. Giant gorilla.
Turn a couple of us into ferrets. We could hide in the bag, or if a couple of us are gorillas, we could horrifically tear through this
Rampage
place.
everything and set an alarm. Wait.
Or, just gonna throw this out there, we don't do any of that, and you give me 5 more minutes. I'll turn into a kinku.
All right.
Okay.
We trust you.
I give a thumbs up, and I take all the the 37 gold out of the bag of holding, and I'm gonna go down to this door and come in through.
All right. So you, the 37 gold. You're still disguised as the same dude.
No, kinku.
You're okay. You turn into a Kenku.
Mhm.
All right. And you go
Walk.
on in.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
just
yeah,
walk
let me
into
bring
that
it
door. Yeah.
So you come on in here, and
God damn, there's a lot of guys in here.
those guys sitting closest turn over and they go, "Hey, what the hell are you doing here?"
Hold up the money.
All right, and we'll kind of get up and start walking towards you. All right, give it here.
I'll ignore them and I'll start walking over to the pile with the money in my hand.
All right, you start to go, "Hey, what?" And actually, these guys would have kind of relocated just that way at least. You start running over.
I'm like fast walking, and like when I get here and I see that they're like bothered, I'll just like point to
Yeah.
the pile and point at my money and just act like don't I add it to the pile?
That kind of monk stands up and looks at you, and just goes, "If you want to give us money, go right ahead." And he puts out his hand towards you.
I point at the pile of money in my hands and I point at the pile of the stuff over there.
He seems like they seem like a little confused, as to why this Kenku's walking in with a sack of gold. And he steps up towards you, and he's just going to try and grab it out of your hand.
Okay. How do I like avoid him
Do you
doing
try
that?
and you want to try and stop him?
Yeah.
Let's do contested just dexterity checks.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so yeah, you like try and pull it back and out of the way, and he just grabs it.
Oh, wait a minute. Kenku can replicate things.
thank
I
you.
heard. Okay, so I'll just be like, I'll try to do Reese's voice as best as I can. I'll just be like, add it to the pile. Put it with the rest.
Make me a deception check.
25.
He goes, "All right, fine," and he just throws it over across the room, and lands in like the big pile of treasures. And then he sits back down. He goes, "Carry on."
Okay, I'll walk over here. How far away from various things am I?
So I would say that it's like at the end of that table is where the goods start, and he's like kind of got his eye on you as you don't immediately just walk out the door. But yeah, you walk over, and you're like 5, 10, 15 feet away from like the edge of the pile because it's like right between these two guys that you see.
I'll try and pinpoint my playing cards, and I'll just feel like very, very cautiously take a step here, just sort of like craning my neck as if I'm trying to get closer, just trying to look at stuff.
Yeah, and you got a good look at it before, like they weren't rushing you before,
Yeah.
so you could you kind of like know vaguely where your important things are. So I'd say you could grab like one thing out of there if you're trying to like make a dash for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna go for my dagger.
But I'm gonna if you're going to do anything with it, like you're gonna then have to roll initiative because they, as you dive forward to grab your dagger, they all like start like going like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so yeah, you can move up here, and you grabbed your dagger, and we're gonna need to roll a little initiative as he goes. As that monk man stands up, and he's like, "What are you doing? That's not yours."
Mine.
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 Do we all roll initiative or just him?
You guys don't have to roll initiative. I mean, it's okay. All at the end of the, I'll kind of narrate what you guys are hearing, and if you want to act, you can do something, and if it becomes so, you can enter the initiative.
Don't
But,
worry, if my opening move doesn't work, you'll definitely know.
But yeah, you're kind of hearing just some like muffled noises from before, but they're not really much more dramatic than last time you heard them go in there. All right, so these initiates are gonna try and grab you. So they're not like too threatened by you yet. So they're just gonna try and grapple you. So this first one, where do I have this guy? Sorry. He's going to come in, and so you can make a. Oh god, their strength's not very good. Strength or dexterity,
Just strength or just
or acrobatic. What is
Okay.
the? I'm
Actually,
trying to
I
remember
don't
the
know-
grapple rules. Let me
I
look
don't
up
know
real
why I'm
quick.
asking because it's the same thing. I'm not trained in acrobatics, so.
Okay. I think it's
Oh
acrobatic.
shit!
Oh damn!
All right, so the first one comes to grapple you, and you just like slip out of his grasp.
I just
Uh,
dance out of the way.
So then the other one is also going to try and grab you. Oh yeah, and I'm short, so you can make another check, but
Jesus Christ. Still higher.
Holy shit.
but you go and actually as this one's about to, you like slip and fall on your ass, but as he's going to get you, he bonks heads with the other guy, and they both like kind of fall on the pile of treasure.
Mhm.
And then this one's just going to kind of step up forward and pull out his crossbow and aim it at you. And he says, "You move and you're dead." And that's their turn.
Okay. Move and I'm dead. You know what? Oh wait, these are those guys. Oh fuck those guys.
Yeah, you've seen these guys before in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Armor?
back up. Yeah, I'm gonna back up over here. Fuck.
All
that
right,
guy.
so you're taking attacks of opportunity.
Oh, hang on. Oh, if I move here, I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll move there.
You're just kind of like ducking between, and these guys are both like just kind of like stumbling up from having bonked their heads.
Mhm.
So they're not really paying much attention. You dart between them. What do you do?
I'll get there, and then I'm gonna drop hypnotic pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So it'll cover. It should get all 4 of those guys because it's 30 feet wide.
Okay. All right. So why don't you?
I finally
what
get
do
to
I
use
do?
this
What-
fucking spell.
What do I have to
wisdom
do for
saves.
these guys?
Wisdom saves
All
for
right.
each one of them.
Okay. So this is for like their leader. There we go.
Yeah.
That is a fail.
All right. Your DC is 16 with your rod. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And then I'm gonna say the guy top of you, fail. The guy bottom of you, fail. And the guy far away, succeed.
Oh no. Damn it. Okay. Of course.
And so what happens with the hypnotic pattern exactly?
So I've got my dagger in hand, and I reach out and I prick the tip of my finger and let one drop of blood fall. When it hits the ground, it turns into red mist that takes the form of Rohini and just like her entire infernal majesty, and it sort of stuns them in place. They're sort of like entranced by it.
All right. All right. So they're hypnotized by this, and now what can they do on their turn? They're just totally incapacitated.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, you posted it. I saw. I see.
Yeah, while charmed, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. Ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else's uses their action to shake it awake. Otherwise,
Okay.
they're just stuck there for a minute.
Okay, so you use 10 feet of movement and your action there. Do you want to do anything else?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna start running for the door and just be like, "Help! Help! Help! Any
All right,
day
so-
now!"
So the rest of you hear this now. You hear this screaming coming from the other room. That help! Help!
I mean, is that him? Is he doing a bit? I mean,
Get in here, you idiots!
okay, that's him.
All right, so on its turn, this guy's just hypnotized.
Yeah.
So why doesn't everybody else roll me initiative now?
Is it okay if I take the same roll?
I
that
don't know
did
why
first?
it's not working for me.
Hmm.
Did you click your token?
Yes.
Identically
See, this
It's alright,
time
I'll put you on there. I don't know why that's happening, but I will put you on there.
For some reason, every time I open up my character sheet, it deselects the token.
Weird.
My first
Um,
initiative roll
it's
was
13, right?
no 22.
Oh, nice. You rolled
I've
it many
rolled a few times.
Yeah, my first one was 7. I was have my token selected, so I can add mine to 7.
Alright.
You can change
At
it
least
yourself.
one of you got shitty.
Oh, actually, I'm not wearing my armor that gives me +2 initiative, so that'd actually be 5.
Yeah, be aware of that. If you have any bonuses from magical stuff, you don't have it yet, and you don't have your weapons either. Who did? I guess we should get figured out who has what. Agony, did you give those daggers out? What exactly?
I want a dagger. I want a dagger.
If John doesn't need a dagger, I'll take the other dagger. We have 2, right?
Yes, I had 2.
I can use a rock effectively.
Yep. So
Yeah,
then
you have that
Sable
tavern
and
brawler,
Flute.
so you're.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm proficient with anything I pick up.
Me dagger.
All right.
Those 2 have.
So you guys each take a dagger. Sablin and Palouse.
I don't need it.
That's the only thing I have, just me and my schmuck and a dagger.
Let me just put on some battle music real quick.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
You did.
nice.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you. All right, so you guys hear this yelling. You are still in this cell, but the door in front of you, immediately in front of you, is the one that's unlocked. So John, your turn.
Just gonna walk pleasantly into the room, take a look around.
So you see all the ones with like the colored dots on them you've seen these before, and these are kind of like the weaker initiates, and then the one without it, right in the middle there, is more of like a fighter, like a hand-to-hand fighter that you've seen also before.
I'm just gonna throw a rock at him, and for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna use a playing card because I'm pretty sure a rock is gonna do the same D4 it would.
All right, and who are you attacking?
Oh.
The one non-incapacitated guy.
So as you walk in, let me think. Yeah, you see that like those, the red and the blue, and then that guy right in front are just kind of standing there in a daze. Why don't you just make me an insight check to see if you can kind of figure out. Yeah, so you're not sure. You kind of run into this room and you just see a bunch of enemies around you.
Still the closest guy is that one too.
Yeah, so you attack the closest guy to you.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna jump up onto the barrel so the others can get into here.
All right. So yeah, you hit that guy. And yeah,
with
do
the
damage.
14.
Oh, 14?
Yeah, for some reason
Josh,
it keeps
what
double
is
clicking.
when they're under hypnotic pattern?
It's just incapacitated. I don't know if that gives them advantage or anything. It doesn't. It shouldn't affect their AC.
Quick. Let me just double check the rules real quick. I got the conditions right here. Incapacitated. Yeah, they just can't take actions or reactions. Okay, so yeah. So you're just kind of sitting there and you throw it, but as he's kind of swaying back and forth, he just sways out of the way and it that one misses. But then
Oh, that's the only attack I get is 1.
oh, okay. Yeah, so that one just misses as you throw that rock by. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. No, I'll bonus action move a little bit more. That's it.
All right. Agony, your turn.
We'll check both ways before crossing the street. And go into here. For that spell, is there just still a Visage of Rohini just sitting there?
Oh no, it's only for an instant.
Okay. Good for now.
I
Quick,
checked that.
quick answer.
I double checked that before I made that description.
Okay. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20. Walk over here. Oh yeah. Can I tell if they're whoever's
Yeah, make
non-
me an insight check to see if you can tell that these folks are okay. So you can
I
tell
think I can tell.
that the red and the blue one, and this one standing right in the front here, are kind of like in some sort of daze, and that Artemis is kind of like you can kind of intuit that Artemis must have charmed them in some way.
Mm-hmm. And this one is not charmed.
The one closest to you is that green one isn't. No.
Green one's
And
not
then-
charmed.
The green one, the orange, and the purple aren't, but every other bad guy is. I guess I'll make this
Okay.
guy.
This guy.
Okay. Then I will
I'll give that guy color.
I'll twin firebolt. One at the green and one at the purple.
All right.
So then firebolt.
Shoot out a couple fire bolts.
Womp, womp.
Those are both going to hit.
Oh, for both guys.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys are not as powerful. as
Damn.
John can hit.
18
Jesus.
to green, 6 to purple.
All right, so that guy in green kind of turns to you, and he goes, "Oh, what the hell are you doing in here?" And then you just go "Ah!" as he lights, as you like literally melt his face off, and he's dead.
Whoop.
And then the other one, takes some damage, but seems to be still up.
And I'm
Uh,
a
is that-
little bit more this way, and my turn.
All right. These guys are like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" And he goes, "We need to wake him up." And this one's gonna run forward and spend its action to shake awake the guy that seems to be their leader, that yellow one there.
Ooh.
And the guy snaps to him, and he looks around and he goes, "You son of a bitch!" And he points over to you, Artemis.
I wait.
The other one is going to pull out its crossbow, and as it's kind of backing up, gonna back up to here, and shoot it at John. Oops. There we go. Does a 16 hit you, John?
Yes.
Yeah, not wearing armor either.
Even with armor on, that would have hit me.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, he just backs up and shoots a crossbow bolt at you.
I will
Deals.
half it down to 5.
All right. All right, Palouse, so you've now heard this crazy commotion. John and Agony
Yes.
have both run in. What are you doing?
Following, duh.
All right.
So I'll make my way to the commotion. Okay, let me actually. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's as far as I can get.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a rock. Wait, first I want to rage, of course.
You do have a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta use that as a melee weapon though, so I'm gonna throw the rock.
Okay.
Maybe I think I throw the dagger.
I mean, what if they pick it up?
You just won't be adding your proficiency to the rock. And then
I get 2 attacks, don't I?
Yeah.
How does this work, man? I haven't played in a long time.
yeah, you get 2 attacks.
I haven't done combat in a long time.
And I
Okay.
could say you got like a little pocket full of stones. I'm gonna say these like rocks that you're throwing are just gonna do 1 damage plus your strength modifier. But they will But yeah, and you can't use your proficiency for the attack.
I got a question. Now that I've entered the room, so where's the parlor trigger?
It's over where Artemis is, by the red and blue. Yeah, where they
If you
Okay.
want to ready in action, I could throw you your javelins on my turn.
But do I know that?
Mm, no.
You could come in and like toss me a javelin.
Does Palouse know that? Are you doing some kind of sign where?
You just ran in, yelled help.
Yeah, I feel like Palouse
Do whatever.
probably doesn't
Okay.
recognize that immediately. Maybe next turn. But I will. I'll target this guy in yellow. I'm gonna throw a rock at him
Okay,
and my dagger. Why not?
nice.
Let's do the dagger first.
Okay,
Does 18 hit?
18 does hit.
It'll be 4 piercing, and it is raged. Does that mean I get something from that?
I think rage is only melee damage.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, man.
I'm pretty sure it has to be melee.
You're probably right.
And which one were you attacking? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you are right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm throwing at yellow.
Yellow. Got it. All right.
And then
Yep.
I'm
So you
also-
bonk him on the head.
Man, that was the worst damage I could do. I'm gonna throw a rock at him as well.
Okay.
So is that just like a straight T20, or how does that work?
A rock. Yeah. Just add your strength.
Okay. Well, I don't think that hits.
So yeah, no, that's not gonna hit.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Room
Nope.
open.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
I've done my bonus. I've done my movement. I've done my actions. I think I'm good. It'll be my turn.
All right. Artemis, you've seen your friends rush into the room.
Mhm.
What are you gonna do?
What would it like in terms of actions? If I wanted to like grab Palouse's axe and throw it to him, would that be an action, bonus action, what?
I'd say it's gonna be an action because you're like picking up and throwing a weapon, and that's not your strong suit. It's
You're
like,
throwing a
you know,
fucking
that's like a
great
lot
axe.
for Artemis to do. Like pick up this huge great axe and
That's
throw it
fair.
across the room.
That's fair.
Barely
I could pick it
throws
up and like just sort of move, right?
If he could pick it up.
Yeah, it's a free action to just pick it up for
Okay,
sure.
then I'll grab Palouse's axe.
It's the throwing it across the room that is
Right,
feeling
yeah.
an
That's
action
fair.
to me.
That's fair. Let's
It'll
see.
be fresh and just drop it next to him.
So I'm gonna move here for starters. That gives me 3. Okay. Wow, that guy's all the way over there. Let me measure something real quick. Ah, you jerk. Okay. Okay. Well, I definitely don't want that guy to get out of here. So I've just got Palouse's axe, and I'll like drop it on the floor next to me. And purple guy. I don't want purple guy to go running away, but I can't really hold him.
Oh, also, the what's his butt? The yellow guy. I think when he got hit, he falls out of your hypnotic pattern, right?
Oh, I think he shook him awake
I-
anyway.
Yeah, he was already awake.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The question is, do I want to?
You guys are too honest.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Well, if that's the case, I really don't want people running away. I can't really do anything about it though, so I'm going to shoot the yellow guy with Eldritch Blast.
All right.
So 25 to hit
Yep.
for 6 damage, and I shove him 10 feet.
Gets shoved.
Mm-hmm. And
Bumps
Agony,
into
you
the
get
body of his
you,
friend.
you get the purple one earlier, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna use the second blast on him.
All right. Yeah, that one looks pretty damaged already. All right.
And 12 to him.
All right. And so your Eldritch Blast just explodes the face of that man as well.
Oh, good. Okay, solve that problem. Okay, that's me.
Okay. on their hypnotic pattern, do they get any kind of saving throw?
Nope. Unless they get shook and awake, they're
right.
they're stuck. Yep.
Um. All right. So they're both sitting there. This orange one, who kind of run from across the room and shaking that guy awake, because like looks back and he goes, "Oh, I'll go get help," and he just runs out the front door,
You bitch.
runs out here, and then goes out that door.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, he just starts screaming, "Hey, you get in there! They need help!"
Oh, God. Damn it.
All right, and that will be. Let's see, go 1, 2, 3. Put them there. And that is all of their guys. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that guy didn't go. I was doing the wrong guy. It was the other. It was the other guy.
Which guy?
I
Yellow
got them confused. It was the yellow
Oh
guy.
yeah, the yellow guy goes.
Um.
Fuck.
So he is going to take out his. Let's see. He's going to look over at Artemis, and he's going to take out this boomerang from his belt and just toss it over at you.
Oh, it's one
Uh-oh.
of those guys again.
Oh. Fuck.
Does a 12 hit you?
12. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I'm not wearing armor right now. So, yes, that would hit me.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It's not a crit. All right. So you shake off the stun, but you get blasted with this electric energy as this boomerang just bounces off of you and flies back to the thrower.
Well, there's hypnotic pattern.
Oh no.
Womp, womp.
So yeah, you take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
As your spell then wears off, and those two others seem to wake up. And he's just going to grab the orange guy by the scruff of the neck and say, "Go get help!" And he kind of pushes him towards the door. He doesn't actually move him, but and then he's just going to kind of take a step back and kind of get in a defensive position and prepare.
Oh no, that's a problem.
And all right, Sablin, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the people in the cell. Like Rundorf, Severa. I don't know you two's names, but you two, let's get in there. This is our chance to get out of here. And I, run into. Let's see what this room looks like. Let's see here. Okay. Oh wow. Oh, they're all still up. Oh yeah. Okay.
We killed 2 of them.
Okay. Oof. See, that's 15 movement. I don't know if I can get close. Let's see. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll cast Bless.
All right.
See, 1 on myself, 1 on Palouse, and 1 on John.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you get 15 more movement. I'm going to get in front of people and also let people behind me get. See, where do I want to position myself?
Yourself. Loose.
I was getting right in front of everybody. All right.
All right.
Okay,
So
there's
you cast
more.
Bless and get right out front.
Yeah. Ooh, there's more of them here than I thought there was going to be. How's it going? That should end.
We can't let them go get help.
All right. So that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
With that, Rundorf comes running in. Got to put him on the initiative. And he comes in the room and he goes, "Ha ha! This is what I'm talking about, a good old fight." And he is going to... Let's see, what's he going to do? he's just going to use all of his movement to run up to this guy. And he like runs super quick, it seems. He kind of like runs in and does little like parkour up the wall and does a little flip off of it and then vaults over the table. And he's just like super quick and much faster than you've ever seen a dwarf move, and gets right up next to those guys.
How those little legs move so fast?
And then he just kind of like slaps his thighs, like puts his fists out like he's about to fight both of them at once. And that is
Mighty
his turn.
impressive.
All right. So John, back to you. You see these guys look like they're ready to get out of here and go get help.
Bonus action, take aim, so I gain advantage, and I'm going to throw the rock at the yellow dot.
All right.
That I think will hit.
Yep. The critical is gonna hit for sure.
Does it have
I
a
don't know
sneak
why
because
it
of Windows
keeps
2, or-
double clicking. Yeah, sneak does critical. Because I have advantage, I get
Yep.
sneak attack.
Yep. And I'd say your allies next to him too. So that's 9 plus
Just downright
27.
fucking killed a guy with a rock.
So you just take this rock and you just throw it like spot on, hit this guy right in the temple, and his eyeball just explodes. Just like, and he goes, ah! And he looks,
First
and he's
time
like,
I've ever done that.
and he's like barely hanging on already. He's, I mean, he's like still kind of like wobbling, and he kind of like rights himself, but he's got like this bloody eye, and he's like, he looks fucked up. Was there, that was action, bonus action. You're gonna move it all?
No, because my movement speed becomes 0 for the turn when I take aim.
Got it. That's right. Nice. All right, Agony.
Alright, you are not going anywhere. I'm just gonna fireball that guy. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna twin it again. Anyway, so. Oh yeah, that's on the yellow guy.
Yep. Those on the yellow.
And another one for orange.
All right, both hit. Why don't you roll me the crit first?
Yellow. Ooh, 10.
All right.
And orange.
Oh damn.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So you. Well, wait a second. All right, explain to me how you kill both of these men.
I will firebolt the guy, the yellow guy, his other eye, and that will also explode. And then I will firebolt the orange guy in the crotch. He'll probably
Okay.
just die from that pain.
So you just one firebolt to the side of his face, and the guy falls down, face melting. And the other guy looks, and he puts his hands over his face, and then you throw it right at his crotch. And he just bursts into flame and goes down screaming.
You may feel a slight burning sensation.
And he-
Is that the end of your turn?
yes. And I'll turn the other two. You guys want some as well?
So they just start running, coming out this way. The first one, Rundorth, is going to make an attack of opportunity against him as he comes out. Oops, I didn't.
Stop that
his attack.
man.
So let's see. Let's do this real quick. So he's gonna hit him. All right, does 7 damage. That guy's still standing, just barely. They just like pops him in the face as the guy's running by. Like, oh, staggers down. But then he's going to dash and just keep running.
Fuck.
He starts running out. He goes, "Help! Help! The prisoners, they've escaped." And he goes, "Yeah, see, I need to follow him." The other one runs out too. So they both just start sprinting out into that hallway. Actually, let me just double check. 'Cause this is going to probably be a bit. Okay. They got up there. All right. All right. So they've started taking off out of this room. Rundorth yells up and he goes, "We got to get the fuck out of here. We can't let them come down upon us with this whole place." And Palouse,
Yo.
it's your turn.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go here in front of this dude. And can I pick up the weapon that this man had?
I'd left the axe like in my
Oh,
like right
hey.
here.
Pick up the axe.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm picking up the
Artemis
axe
has the
then.
axe right next to you. So yeah, you can grab your axe on the way over there easy.
Am I attuned to it, or how does that work?
Yeah, you're
Am I
still
s-
attuned to it because it's been like a
Oh.
day. No one else is attuned to these items, so
Okay.
that's kind of what would override it, I think.
Okay. I guess I'm attacking this guy.
I think
That's
that's
Rundorth.
That's Rundorth in front of you.
That's Rundorth.
That's
There are
Rundorth.
no,
That's
yeah, there are
Rundorth.
no cultists alive in
In
this
this
room right
room.
now. The only two
Oh,
that
they
were
ran
had
out.
just run out the front door.
Okay,
Yeah.
me follow, I guess. That's far.
Yeah, so that's about, I think, as far as you can get with your movement.
No, I can go one more, and I'm gonna
Maybe
go
one
right.
more. Okay.
What can I do? Let's find out. How does this axe work?
Windy axe.
Windy axe. Okay. Spellcasting. The weapon has 7 charges and regains blah blah blah. Featherfall, jump, thunder wave, and misty step. I'm gonna do the misty step. How's that work?
It's a bonus action.
teleport 30
Okay.
feet to a space you can see.
Yep, and you're going to use, you're using the,
4 charges.
you're using 4 charges of that, yeah.
Is that?
Be aware that if you don't, well, never mind. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Nope.
What?
You go.
So I'm using the 4 charges, and so it's a bonus action. I go teleport. Right here. Oh shit. Oh god, guys.
Fireball?
And then
Yeah, so you come up and you see all these Kenku that are kind of like starting to come out of the hallways towards where you are.
And I asked them kindly, stop. Don't move. And surrender yourself.
You're all under arrest.
Pay your fine. Surrender your goods. No. I'm gonna prepare an action to attack anyone who moves away.
Okay.
Sure. Let's do that.
All right. So you prepare that action.
Yeah.
Anything else? That was your bonus, and I think, yeah.
Well, action is to prepare. Bonus
Yep,
is
got it.
for that, and
The
then I use
Misty
my
Step.
movement, so I'm good.
I think that your rage ends. If you end your turn because you haven't taken damage and you haven't attacked.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you ready your action, your rage will end.
Well, no. If somebody attacks me, did somebody attack me last round?
No, you didn't take any damage, I don't think. You haven't taken any damage.
It's not damage.
Melt
It's just
in the
someone has to
face.
attack,
You have to attack or you have to take damage.
or
Yeah.
I think just get attacked, right?
I don't know about the.
Either way, you were not
Yeah.
attacked.
Punch
Yeah.
yourself in the face.
You can throw your axe.
No, I'll just let it happen.
Just attack him.
No, I'm a good boy.
Throw a rock.
I'm a good boy. Sorry.
So you just ready in action and the Rage
If you
fades?
if you haven't attacked or taken damage.
all right, so yeah, Palouse, you're like kind of like in this rage, and your like instincts want to attack, but your higher nature is telling you no.
Wait, didn't he attack last turn? He threw a rock.
Yeah, that was
I attacked this turn.
last turn. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
So
Oh,
it's
this
like
turn.
from the
Okay,
end of
okay,
his last
okay.
Yeah,
turn
we get
to
it.
the end of
We
this
got it.
turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
good.
Okay, never mind.
Artemis, your turn.
So from where I'm standing, can I see? I could see this door pretty clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would I be able to ascertain if it's like opens towards us or away from us?
Oh, God. I'm like, you just have a stock answer for the way the door's open.
Like usually we've been doing it where they open into the larger room.
Yeah, like so it would open out into the hallway.
It would.
So-
Damn it!
So it opens out away from you. Yeah.
It always does. I don't know why I ask. Anyway,
It's terrible room design. How do you lock the door?
it is okay. So if that's the case,
You could easily.
I'll
open
run
the
over
door.
here and I'll grab Sablin's sword and I'll dash over here and hand it to him.
I think
Well,
my
I'll-
shield in
I'll-
there too.
Oh yeah. I'll grab his sword and his shield and I'll hand.
I'm actually going to change the ruling on that because I think that they open into the room is the way that we were thinking about it. Because you'd be able to like barricade. That's the logical way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You would
well,
want
if-
to be able to barricade your door. So yeah, it
Okay.
opens up
Yeah, that's
into the room.
architecture standards.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so would I be able to like run over, grab the immovable rod, and like get to the door and ready to lock it if Palouse gets over here?
I think that yeah, I think you have enough movement to do that, I think.
Do I?
Get there and to come
One,
back.
2.
Where were you?
Actually, hang on. I think I might be one square short because I was like here.
Yeah, to get all the way over there, grab the rod and come yeah, to get all the way to the door, I
Mhm.
think you're just a little bit short.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
activate the rod anyway. So yeah, I'll run to the door using a dash. And
Okay.
I'll hold it up. Palouse, come on. Let's go this way. Fuck those guys. That's me.
All right. This guy's unconscious. Sablin.
All right, where is the pile of loot?
Pile loot is over here. I
All
should
right,
just
I'm
draw
going
some
to.
gold.
Right, I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna grab the Arjani longsword and my shield, and putting on my armor would take like 10
10
minutes.
minutes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that if you want to grab like all your stuff and collect it up, that's gonna be your action. If you want to like find all of your stuff and grab it, you can do it, but
Stuff.
it's just gonna take your action to do it.
Stuff everything in the bag.
Yeah, oh, do I have the who has the bag?
I think
Oh,
Artemis
Agony would
does.
have the bag.
Or no,
I would've
yeah,
given-
you gave it
yeah, I
back.
would have given it to Agony. Yeah.
Okay, I grab my stuff and I guess I guess can I start moving some closer to Agony for her to put into the bag of holding? Or no, that was all my movement. Never mind. Yeah, that was all my movement. So yeah, I'll go and just equip the sword and shield then.
All right, so you grab your sword and shield, and then you're just kind of like grabbing. Well, I guess the other stuff you can't carry.
Yeah.
So okay.
And I
Alright.
turn back towards like the door I came in and like, Severa, orcs, where you guys going? Or where you guys coming? Where are you guys?
You can't really see where they are through that door. The way that those kind of doors overlap from where you are, you're kind of yelling out to the open hallway. But yeah, they don't seem to have followed.
That's not good. That'll end my turn. Or actually, I'll bonus action activate the longsword. Oh, do I make a new command word or do I use the old one?
Flame
You
on.
can when you attuned to it, you've made the name, so
You pick one.
it would be whatever that was. But yeah, so
jeez.
it's your choice.
Oh, what should my command word be? Oh man.
You can figure it out later if you want.
I'll figure out later. I'll think of something cool.
Let it rip.
I mutter under my breath so no one can hear it. Because I don't actually know it yet, but
Yeah,
the character
okay,
knows.
great.
Ha!
Yeah, you're not sure about it yet. You're still kind of workshopping it. Okay. All right. So yeah, you get the flames going. Because you just grabbed your sword and shield, that's not an action. So if you wanted to still like take your action to dash or something, you could.
Oh! In that case, I will dash back over to where the axe.
So you can get to that front door where Artemis is.
Alright, I'll get on that side of it, and I'll just, that'll be my turn.
All right. Rundorth is gonna step up next to Artemis and say, "What's your play here? There's fucking 6 doors to this place. You're gonna lock every one of them? We gotta get the hell out of here."
I'm gonna lock the front door, and we'll grab our stuff and get the fuck out of here. Yes.
All right, be quick. And he's just gonna like get his fists ready and wait there.
Well, why don't you go help? Why don't you go help grab things, jackass? We're fine.
Let's see. He's just kind of standing there. John, your turn.
I'm gonna go run and grab my shit.
All right, so you're gonna start grabbing your stuff. Agony.
Bonus
Grab-
action,
Do you
run
want to
and just-
grab the bag from me while you go by?
Mm,
I'll offer it.
if you hold it out, sure.
You want this?
Sure. He'll run past. He'll like stop, run over to you, grab it, and go over there. Because I can bonus action dash.
Yeah, you can get there no problem.
John, does my armor fit in there? I couldn't, but does our armor? I mean, I couldn't, but
I'll say yeah, you can get like half of the stuff in with one action. I say if someone else, because you're just kind of piling it in there, you're not like discerning. I'd say if you wanted to like grab your playing cards, you could. You can grab like one thing, but if you're just pushing it all in there, I'd say you could get about half of all that shit in there in one action.
I'm gonna grab my mask just so that way I can cast spells.
Okay, so you grab your mask, and then you're just starting to shovel stuff in
Yeah,
there.
the rest of it just gets thrown in there.
Okay.
Because I can
So-
throwing rocks does the same amount of
Yeah.
damage as
So you get
Throw
about
the
half.
card.
You get about half the stuff in on this action. You should take another action
Eh,
to get the rest of
couple more
all that
seconds,
pile
guys.
of stuff in.
you just see him literally just shoveling. He holds the bag open at the end of the table and he's just shoveling.
All right.
Couple more
Actually-
seconds.
Quite impressive.
All right, Agony. What are you doing?
I will move over here to ascertain the situation. I don't see no Kenku, so I'm just gonna blast these 2 dudes.
All right.
I'm gonna just start blasting.
And so I started blasting.
So I started blasting.
I ran all over again.
And
All
I'll
right, so you're
twin
gonna-
this as well. One for blue, one for red. Blue, red. Oh, you.
All right. I think that these guys. Yep, those are both gonna hit.
10, 11.
All right, and you just take down with your fire bolts both of these as like Palouse is kind of warning them not to go on and holding up his axe. You just come up from behind and hit both of them in the back of the head,
Boom,
and they
boom.
both go down. As
You
Palouse,
are-
you see from behind is like their faces just twist into these expressions of pure agony as their hair lights on fire and they're just like
And
ah!
agony lights him on fire.
How many kills is that tonight so far?
That's like 4,
Yeah, at least.
4 or 5. Something like that.
That's the second time she's gotten a double kill. your
They took
your
my
KD
necklace.
ratio is great right now.
I mean, I do have 1 death, so.
Wait, do I take any damage?
No, that
No.
wasn't a fireball. They were fire bolts.
Fire bolts.
Okay.
She just
And-
fires at the 2 guys who are like standing right next to
Okay.
you.
Oh, looks like they're gone. Wait, is anybody else? Did we get them all?
I didn't. Let me just actually roll because I never rolled for these Kenku at the end of the last round. So let me just see because if they get higher than Palouse, they'll go now. But no, no, they did not do higher than Palouse.
Womp
All right, so Palouse, it's then your turn. As you see these Kenku have like seen this scene happen, and they're looking like they're grabbing their short sword bows, getting ready to move in as they're kind of.
Ah! I just run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm gonna just go to the treasure
How much
with a
movement do
dash.
you have?
Okay,
You dash.
so you get up next to the treasure.
Do I get an action? Oh wait, that was dash.
You said you dashed to get there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I'm just gonna get there. That'll be it.
Okay. Artemis, your turn.
I look at the Kenku down the way, and I just go, close the door, lock it, rod.
Okay.
For the first time in the campaign.
We did that once before, right?
Oh, that's right. Okay, second time in the campaign.
Yeah, it's maybe even the third. You're being
First time
dramatic.
this season.
Definitely that.
This is the first. Oh, that's the joke.
All right, so you guys are grabbing your stuff and making a dash for it. Is that the plan? As you kind of lock this door. So you lock this door, and within a couple seconds, you hear the Kenku run up and start banging on it and trying to like get it open, but the immovable rod's holding it shut. You finish up thrusting all of your coins into the bag. And you're kind of hearing some shouts down the hallway. As it sounds like the alert has been sounded.
Lock the other doors. Lock the other doors.
And it's going to. There are now going to be some folks in the air temple descending upon you. And actually, that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh shit.
I know it was a short one, but it's 11
Oh,
o'clock.
Cool. Yeah.
Now we gotta decide whether we want to follow Rundorth into what he claims is Belsimer, or try and get out of here just out the front door.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we will. We'll play a little bit longer next time. We had to start late today because of me, but
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry it
No.
took
But
so long to get all your stuff, guys.
It's okay.
No, it's
Well,
fine.
to
I know.
both.
I'm sorry this ended up being a lot of Artemis being sneaky,
Hey,
but
it's okay. I'm cool with that.
it
We
got
got
you
it
guys your
last
stuff in a pretty good way. So you're much more ahead than I thought you were going to be at this point. So yeah, next session we'll kind of continue with your escape here as you have the temple is descending upon you. Yeah.
Now I'm wondering why Severa and the orcs aren't following us.
I'd say kind of as you're gathering your stuff, you do see through that open door they're kind of starting to peek in as it's quieted down a little bit. They just like weren't trying to run into the fray, or Severa at least. You're not sure where those orcs went, but you do see Severa peeking in and like coming to join you guys.
God, they were gonna throw them like crossbows and daggers from the dudes we had killed and get them all involved, and fine, they can be cowards then. What?
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Right. Well, it's
Ah.
good to finally get back into this game.
Oh yeah, it is. It's taking me a
Finally.
minute to remember how to RP this character. I'm so used to the other.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just warn you guys that coming up, I probably will wanting to be ending like 11 to 11:30 because I have to get up early now to be at school super early. But we'll be able to start I think at 8 next time, or like an hour before we did this time. And then when daylight savings comes back to haunt us all, then we'll switch
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
8:30 or I always just say Eastern time, but I know it's different.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So is it 11 for you right now?
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock right now.
Got it.
Yeah, it's only 10 over here. So yeah, like 7 to 10, 3 hours. That's not bad at all. So yeah, next time will be just fine.
Yeah.
So it's 9 right now for us. So
I know. I feel bad for you guys because, like, for me, like, I end the game and then I'm like, Well, actually, I don't feel bad for you because I end the game and then I end up thinking about it for another hour,
Hmm.
and then I end up actually going to bed at like midnight. That's why I need to end at 11 because it's like there's always an hour of like
We're just
decompressing
gonna,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
fuck around.
Yeah.
We gotta find some place where we can chill for 10 minutes. We'll put my armor back on because I'm sitting with
Yeah.
like 12 scene right now.
Yeah, I thought this
I
would be a
don't
good
have
time to
this
stop because
problem.
like you guys are kind of getting a moment and you guys can decide kind of how you want to handle this upcoming like people descending.
If we can
They'll
find
probably-
the door to Belcomer.
Yeah, they'll probably get
Yeah.
to us in 10 minutes.
I mean-
like a lot of people.
Oh yeah, we can't take 10 minutes here. We gotta
And what-
find someplace else and take 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Rundorth is kind of will be encouraging you guys to just be taking it, like making a bolt for leaving for Belsimer.
Yeah, he doesn't put on armor because he's a monk apparently.
Yeah,
Mhm. You guys with armor problems.
I think I'm the only one with armor besides like I guess leather. Well, I guess of leather.
Yeah.
John wears
Yeah,
leather.
John and I
Yeah.
wear
and
armor.
yeah, and Artemis, yeah,
Studded leather,
Same.
counts.
which takes
something.
how long to put on?
I-
1
I
minute.
think
I
it's
don't
like
think
a minute.
Yeah, it's a minute.
Yeah.
Down and off light armor.
yeah. So you guys are just gonna have to decide, like, you know, I'll say that by the time you guys heard the Kenku knocking and we ended the session, like you already have everything gathered into the bag of holding. If you wanted to just make a run for it as is, but
Plus
if you want
the
to kind of
extra
gather
gold.
things more,
Did Rundor said that we leave the cell and then we take a right to get to Belsimer?
No
yeah,
left.
he's like you basically
right?
like
Right.
run down
No,
the
or
hallway
left.
Uh huh.
This
left.
way.
and you take a
That's
right.
right.
A
Right.
Right
Right.
to go to bed.
Left.
Right.
Left. Right.
This way.
Right to go to Belsimer. This way.
And another thing with how he's talking about how you like explored Belsimer already, he'd probably know a place we can hide in there.
I have a feeling it's going to take a while to get to Belsimer, but if we can get to like I don't know what the door looks like to get down there, but if it's like a single door, then we might be able to like barricade that or lock it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I could probably trick them. While you guys get away, I trick them, and then once they're away, I can reunite with you guys.
Well, find
There's a
out
bunch of
next
tables
time.
in here.
Man, next character I make, I gotta do some kind of warlock to get that many faces thing. That is
It's-
crazy useful.
It's so fucking useful.
Disguises.
Yeah.
Free disguises all the time.
I just picked up this guy's self for Gemheim in the other game. I like switched spells for it.
Mhm.
We leveled up last and yeah, using it using
Yeah,
it
but
to
you gotta
become
use spell slots.
that lady was
though.
super fun. Yeah, I have to use spell slots. But it's fun because Josh has done it to me so many times that I was like, when I was like Wilhelmina Tanabast last session, I was like, yes, it's
I was like,
time.
oh, this is what it feels like.
It's like such a powerful thing to be able to just look and sound like anyone.
It is. It is.
Especially an
In
infinite
RP
number of
heavy
times.
games, especially.
Gotta get me a hat of disguises. At some point.
Mhm.
Hat. Soon. Hashtag soon.
Yeah.
Hashtag soon.
Can you? Yeah, artificers can make that, but I don't actually. I think it's like super high level for you.
It is. It's like at
Yeah.
fucking level 14 or some shit.
Ugh,
It was
jeez.
like it was way too far off.
Mhm. By that point, like you'll be a happy family again, or your family will be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
So you guys hear about that new that new D&D book, but it's like Critical Role theme coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wildmount.
Yeah,
I,
I
want
haven't.
to play a Dunamancer.
I don't know like anything about Wildemont or like really much a Critical Role at all, but the Echo Knight sounds great.
Oh, where you make a copy of yourself, or you pull a copy of
Yes.
yourself. Yeah. Yeah. I just listened to that. Sounds pretty cool.
Just pulling alternate timeline versions of yourself out from wherever to just do things.
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
do so many just little gags with that, like, oh, every alternate self you pull is more successful than actual you,
Mhm.
and they're all very smug about it.
He described some of the Dunamancy spells, one of which is like a line effect that sucks people in towards the line before it activates.
Yes.
That's a line of gravity. You shoot it out, people get sucked towards it, and they get blasted.
Yeah, they get pulled into the middle.
Yeah.
And it like slows them or stuns them or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he basically describes it as if you got, you know what I mean. A lot of the spells are going to be AOE, but with less focus on damage and more focus on control.
Interesting.
All of which sound really cool to me.
But on that note, guys, I'm gonna head off for the evening, and I'm gonna go try and catch up on some sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do it, Sam.
Good evening,
Cool.
everyone, and good game. Happy to play
Good
again with
game.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yeah, finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
I'll catch you
It's
guys
good.
all again another time.
Good night, Sam.
Yeah.
Good night, Sam.